do. Do 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 do. Alright, starting early for the day. So, I don't know what I want to do today. I'll probably... ambulance. I dislike the ambulance quite a lot. Hello, Ninja. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks again for joining. Oh, right. Let me hop into the Discord in case anyone's able to chat. Okay. How's your day been so far? I'm gonna try to hit up the call stuff. I don't think I've found the sneaky factory stuff before. No, I have. 5 kills, 5 seconds. Secret password stuff. Let's see how fast I can do this. Just get this out of the way. I should probably set up like a follower count or something, or sub count. I need to raise up my energy a little bit while I stream, it seems. Yeah, I've been doing good. I might need to pause every now and again to take care of my pupper, because I'm the only one at home with her right now. Good thing I'm off at the moment. Is there an extra thing for me to grab? Yes, there is. Yeah. I might consider just sitting with, is there no handprint? Gotta double check for handprint. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just, like, focus on streaming on Kick, YouTube? I should probably spend more time making videos. It's been a little bit difficult lately. Quickly run in here. Stab you. There's one. Yeah. Like, I'll stream a little bit on Kick at the moment. Like, just as a side little tangent thing. Because I'm streaming there too. It's just that, I don't know, I feel like it's better to consolidate my viewers. You know what I mean?
That's another down.
At least these quests are consistent, or missions are consistent. Oh, I missed? Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna quickly swing up here to check for the barrels. I should also change the way that I talk a little bit because I'm doing some auditions for various companies now. And I kind of want to use this channel as a little bit of evidence of, well, making content. That being said, I don't know. I like being lazy. I imagine a lot of people like being lazy. I kind of wish there was a little bit more variety in these call missions. I know they don't want to spend extra resources on them. I don't know. It feels like one thing Warframe story is really bad at is being consistent with like who's important and who's not. For instance, like who remembers who the queens are? Like, and how little they actually play in the grand scheme of things now, you know? I'm just gonna check up here really quick. I think I have to go on that one. Do do. Do 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 do. Is there no one up here? That's rare. Normally there's some dude up here. Here's a little music thing if anyone was curious. Can I pick it up? Right. Well, I already picked it up, so nothing there. Grab you. Yeah. So, I think we got a couple more weeks. Blue shards are the worst. I personally don't think so. I feel that amber shards are the most niche. The yellow ones, the orange ones. They're definitely the most niche. Because, like, energy orbs and all of that is, like, super... super niche. Like, cast speed is the only good thing out of it, and you don't need it all the time. Oh, right. I need to stay here. Oh yeah, how's the Archon hunts been for you? Like, if you ever need any help with dealing with them Archons, you can always let me know. As you can imagine, I have a decent time dealing with them. Okay, so I think this should be fine. So I just run over here, click this. And I don't know if there is another handprint here. I think I missed one.
Just one more.
No, it's right here. Oh, I forgot to raise the thing. Okay. Yeah. You glad you picked up the Fenmore then? The Fenmore for like a few months was like my favorite weapon. It's a really good feeling assault rifle. After all.
You're done. Time to go through, Carl.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. Smart.
Yeah, I think I've done this mission a few too many times at this point. Because, like, one thing that is unusual for Warframe is that, like, this is like very consistent, right? Okay, there we go.
You all done?
These deacons are really bad at their jobs. Yeah, you can use, or do you want me to use the Fenmore for Boreal? Is that what your question is? Because I don't mind.
Inside.
Because I normally just use the Phalarks, just to speed things up. Last week I did a mission with the Torrid and Vasto Prime. Okay, you want me to use it? Okay. Sure. I don't mind.
Follow call.
I guess I'm hitting up the Archon hunts today. So let's see. I need to get 5 kills in 5 seconds. I'm still missing a cache. Where would that be? Okay. I'll figure it out. It's not too concerning. That.
Understand.
We want to hit that, that. Here. That over here. And that over there. There's a cache with the bot?
They have to think this is a raid. That way they won't suspect sneakering. Marking weapons locker.
A cache with the bot. Boss. Is there?
This make big.
Okay, this changes the game mode a bit. Boot.
Beacons are hunting.
I would love an exercise
Your tinkering just got me
in Karnan.
to this facility's automatic plasma torch. It'll melt anything, including deacons. Grab a target.
Okay, so let's deal with this. Oh, they changed the icon for the torch. I know these guys are just 1s and 0s, but I also just, you know, it feels good to save them when I can.
We go now.
So before I do any combat stuff, I'm going to just quickly look around. Because this is the only time when this back area is completely devoid of people. So I think because the Stug is in the rotation, it's coming up. So I do think there will be an Incarnate Stug. What did I get a message for? Oh. So is there one here? No. Hello, Aladuan. A new viewer. Welcome, welcome. I'm just running around doing the call mission, helping out good old brother. Yeah, welcome, welcome. I tend to also sit in the voice channel of the Discord if the stream delays a little bit too much. So if you are interested, I can post the Discord link. It should also be in the description if it was properly published. Where's the Deacon? I don't see the Deacon anywhere. Let's just go up and around. Yeah, but it's nice seeing some new faces. Or memes. There's the Deacon. Okay, so there's another Deacon. I want to take care of him before I move on. So I'm going to intercept them here. So I have the high ground. Oopsie. Well, that's a waste of grenade. There's a Deacon. Oh, there you are. Yeah, every time Call gives you a voice line, she's got a Deacon with it. Hey, Jack. What's up? Welcome. I'm getting a decent number of folk now. 3 people. It's all thanks to... it's fine. That's just the nature of the streaming. Like, if I ever get to the point where it's like, I don't know. Every viewer is important. But it's a little bit of a shame that I don't think I'll be able to interact with everyone all the time. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. So you say there's a hidden cache by the boss. Yeah. I'll just go down here. How am I doing? I'm doing quite alright. I will be needing to pause the stream every now and again to check on my puppy. Because, well, she's a puppy. Ooh, there are 3 of them. I'm just gonna have Call tank this for a second. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna farm my 5 kills. In the truck. Okay. That wasn't 5 kills? Yes, my puppy is a girl. So I need 5 kills within 5 seconds. I will go back and check every truck. So here it is, moment of truth. So if I hit it right here, I think this should give me all 5. Uh-oh. I shouldn't... Oh, there we go. That's good. Going to retreat a little bit, check those trucks. So I think that's the end of the Deacons. No, there's a Deacon right there. Because I normally don't check inside these things. And I think I can always come back for them. Is the thing. But I normally don't have the cash one, so it's a little janky. Call is a tanky boy, though. My dog's name is Bobo. It is Cantonese for precious. Alright, let's look at the truck. Oh, hi there.
Something big is coming.
And that should close the door. Yeah, let's get rid of you. So I'll be taking, like, I'll be moving in and out of stream a little bit. So let's see. Oh, that was way too early. There we go, that's one. So there's been a persistent bug where if you freeze it over here, ugh, that's a fun game mechanic. If you freeze it over here, it just disappears forever. Uh-oh. Yeah. It doesn't feel very fair. Oh, you're right. It's over here. Thank you. Grab this. And that should be a one and done. Should be a one and done. All right. Yeah. So that's everyone. So I tend to have quite a stockpile, right? So of stock. So for instance, I think it could be fun just giving some of these away from time to time. Though I think it's like 1,000,000 credits to trade one of these. As you can see, I just skip some of the shards that I don't want. I've been skipping the orange, well, yellow ones as of late. Okay, I will be right back. I'm just gonna check on the doggo. I'm just gonna turn on the be right back sign, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I have returned. I just need to check on the doggo. Oh, one moment. Yeah, so how is chat doing? I'm just making sure that my doggo isn't getting into any trouble. Okay, so I need to deal with... So it's extermination and interception. I don't like interception. I mean... There are ways around interception. Okay, so... I don't have a good late game exterminate setup, so I'm just gonna go ahead. Natskrek, Vesto, Vestalog. I need a better melee. I'm thinking, one of my friends used to use nunchucks to strip armor, so I might do that as well. Yeah, you're right. I much prefer with setup, right? Either or aren't as bad, but the worst one out of the two is excavation for consistency, without setup, interception's much worse, I think.
They massacred
Like, if they introduced it to the, whatchamacallit, circuit, it'd be so bad. I am lost already. Alright, I'm exterminated. Yeah. As you can probably tell, fairly set up. Oh, I missed. There we go. I love this weapon so much. So, the issue isn't necessarily protecting the excavation device. The issue is the lack of drops for the power cores. So, ideally, you want someone like Korra, Hydroid, or Necros. Oh yeah, they did announce the next wave of Incarnon weapons too, which is quite interesting. I was reminded because Atlas is technically a loot frame, and that reminded me of the Gorgon's Petrify mod, which, well, let's just say that if you're running the Gorgon with Atlas's Petrify ability, you can make the Gorgon into a loot weapon, which is kind of silly. Did I go backwards? I see a red dot here. Oh. Exterminates. I wish they were the old form of an exterminate, like the second generation of exterminates, where they just like, okay, we're gonna put like way too many enemies in the map, and like, that's it. Instead of spawning just the amount that you need.
Tenno, my readings indicate an increasingly dense neural network beneath the forest floor. This can only mean one thing: the silver grove is nearby.
So yeah, in general, Limbo is like one of the better, like, Limbo is a really misunderstood frame. Like, very good for CC, very good for damage. It's just that he has to be very specific about where you use him, otherwise he's troublesome for everyone else, right? He's a very powerful solo frame. So once I get to, you know, I'll just use Zephyr, I think. Do I have a Zephyr set up? That isn't this one. No. Okay, I guess I'm just using that. Oh, hello, Starskip Hutch. Yeah, people will complain about Limbo primarily because of how. Yeah, no, So the issue is with Limbo in the later parts of the game is that he is Alright, I think I need something more direct. Yeah, he's in kick. He's a kick. The issue of Limbo in squad is if he uses Cataclysm, his 4, then you cannot use gunfire. And in Steel Path, that's a problem if you're in a squad, right? Let's see my mod setup. It's just that it's very difficult to use him effectively without communication. That is the biggest issue. So, if you aren't in the rift and the enemy is, your bullets can't hit them, and their bullets can't hit you. Yeah. So that the issue isn't the enemies in Cataclysm while you're in Cataclysm. It's the enemies that are all the way out in nowhere. That's the issue, right? Since if you're the Limbo player, you have complete control over this. Yeah. No, you're right. It also leads into some issues with whatchamacallit. If you are using the Last Stand ability from Unairu, and you fall in your Cataclysm for any reason, like if an enemy uses an ability that accidentally knocks you down, then you cannot kill anything in Cataclysm while you're down, which is also a different kind of issue. It's more of an inconvenience, more so than it is a balancing problem, right? Truth in the matter is, a lot of people are just really trolling. There are definitely Limbo players that know how to play Limbo and understand every niche of his kit. I'm not going to doubt that. The biggest issue is more so that there are also people that just don't know when it's appropriate, right? Yeah. So, primarily I'm a solo player for a lot of different reasons. So, like, I personally run into the Last Grasp issue more than not. Oh, hello there. Don't know if this is a good setup for this. It's okay. I probably should just use, what's his nut? Vobin for this. Come on. Yeah. Zephyr was a bad choice. It's okay. It's my own fault. Actually, I can just press this, and that should be better. Have it just travel around. Like, for Limbo, it's more of an inconvenience, and that's ultimately the biggest issue. And that's why they're that's why I would find them unwanted, right? Is because, well, if someone's just going to be inconvenient to me and my playstyle, even accidentally, okay, this is not a good setup. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I think the stream is lagging a little bit. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I'll swap over to Vobin. This is gonna be better. Yeah, so I think I'm running into a bitrate issue. So let me just quickly up my bitrate a little bit. Because I turned it down the other day. So let's get to 4K. Update that. Yeah. Like, I quite enjoy playing Limbo when I can. It's just I'm a kind of a person is a like a Warframe is as good as its tool slot, if you know what I mean. Let's just go down square. So, and the applications that I have for Limbo are very niche. And mind you, that's the applications I have, right? It's not the applications that everyone's going to have. And it's important to understand that. So I think that new person on Kick, he got fed up with the Limbo talk. So, and that's okay. Like, here's the big deal, right? If you're gonna be, like, I'm totally down for like having a discussion. Oh no, this map is so much worse. I'm totally down for discussing like game design, game balance, and playing around things. But saying that it's just a skill issue kind of ignores the rest of the discussion, right? Yes, it is a skill issue. A lot of things can be circumvented if you have skill. But it's also like a matter of convenience, right? Like, for instance, that's why people jaywalk, right? It's like, even though it's strictly less safe and technically against the law, most people will jaywalk. I don't jaywalk, personally. I think it's a bad habit to get into. But, lots of people do. You go to New York, you go to Boston, you go to any big city, and you'll find people jaywalking. Right? Any small city, even. Like, it's just a matter, of course, there. Much better. No. Shite baskets. Oh, that's bad. There we go. That was a troublesome customer. Hopefully the stream should be back to normal now. I raised the bit rate. Get rid of you. Yeah, so the main issue I have with some of these discussions is like, oh, it's just a skill issue, just step out of it. It's like, that's kind of ignoring a lot of the core issues with game design, right? So yeah. That doesn't change it from being annoying. You can step out of it. Oh, this is such a troublesome map. Oh, oopsie daisy. Oh wait, I can have two of them up. I'm done. Hello. You are fairly new to Warframe and curious about... Yeah, you can ask away, by all means. I also have a Discord. It should be in the description. And I sit in the voice channel while I stream. So if you want some direct input, by all means, I am more than happy to discuss with you. Or talk about setups. Okay, this might be a little rough as Vobin. I shouldn't be doing this one first. This is a really bad idea. It's, let me just, so it's Sentou, Sentou. And I'm on PC, so. And I'll take a look at it after this mission, provided that I don't fail at it, because I'm bad at the game. Yeah, no problemo. Like, be it 2 hours or 2,000 hours, right? There's a lot of things that you can learn about the game. About any game, really. For instance, I was a pretty, like, I pretty much didn't bother learning about the game for, like, the first 1,000 hours of my playtime. Like, I actively, chose not to play any Warframes other than Loki for the first 1,000 hours. It was bad. There we go. Without the second N. I don't think I'm... So, it's up here. I'll stop for a second. Yeah, no, I'm not paused, so... Okie dokie. I'll take a look at that in a moment. I wish these Exmai were a little less annoying to deal with. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. All dealt with. Yeah, so this is my main issue of interception, right? It's supposed to be this chaotic game mode where you're jumping from point to point, or just having 4 people defend their point. But if you want to do it efficiently, without any struggles whatsoever, this is the way you do it. And we got a couple of guys. Uh-oh, that's scary. There we go. It's all good. All good. Like, I'm a decent fan of gunblades myself. Okay. So let's... Vengeful Revenant. Alright. Yeah. Like, interception is not a good game mode. So let's take a look. Your Zephyr Pride, the Foalman. Okay. Kuva Nukor and the Redeemer. Alright. Let's take a look. Aerodynamic reduces damage airborne. Oh, I actually don't have aerodynamic. Overextended. So, based off of this, you've prioritized survivability and CC. That's what I'm going to assume with your Zephyr setup. Let me just quickly go to my mod screen. So, if we take a look at your Zephyr, it's definitely serviceable. If you don't need the cast speed or the move speed, you can always go for more duration. So the interesting thing about Zephyr is that she takes very little damage from ranged attacks, right? And if you're in the air, even more so, right? You're not going to take damage from melee attacks. So if you have a lot of duration and or efficiency or access to energy, turbulence will basically make you immune to almost all damage. Albeit, it won't make you immune to abilities or melee. But most of the time, you're going to go down due to ranged attacks. And if it's large enough, it'll even deflect rockets and make sure that the explosion doesn't hit you. So, rockets and grenades. So, if this makes you feel comfortable, by all means, go ahead and use it. Because, let's take a look. So, this is my Zephyr setup that works in Steel Path. Cancel. So this works in Steel Path. You can see that I don't have any health or energy outside of what I would normally get. So if you want to use, like, it really depends on what you want out of Zephyr, right? If you want to CC big swaths of enemies, then you might want to aim for a little bit more duration. Duration is like Zephyr's biggest bread and butter. Let's take a look. The Fulmin. I haven't used the Fulmin in a long time. Oh, you have... I mean, 80, 90 hours is actually quite a good time and record for getting the galvanized mods. Yeah. Duration and survivability. So one thing that you can do that's a little bit of a cheat, survivability-wise, is getting Rolling Guard. You can pick it up from doing arbitrations, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically like, I'm invulnerable every 4 seconds. Right. Every 7 seconds. So I'm invulnerable. I normally save it for when I run out of shield while it's gating or something like that. Like, when I started using Rolling Guard, it completely changed my playstyle. If you don't like Rolling Guard, that's fine too. Let's see, your Fulmin. Let's see. So the Fulmin, you might know that the Fulmin Prime is coming out very soon. So you might be interested in that. Corrosive and heat, not bad. It's really helpful for anti-Grenier. You don't have an Arcane yet. That suggests that you haven't gotten into Steel Path, or have done very little Steel Path. So, yeah. if you need like primary merciless or whatnot, you can let me, or you can just ask in general for the help or the trades. I'm sure people have stockpiles of them. So I think this should probably handle most content fairly reasonably. You'll probably want to upgrade Vital Sense, get more crit damage. Let's see. Don't worry about the Redeemer or the Kuva new core. That's fine. So let's see. What element, like what progenitor did you get for your new core? Let's see. We have Barrel Diffusion, Empty Arcane Slot, Status Chance. So let's see. There's a lot of ways you can play with the new core. If you want a direction you can go with it, I would suggest grabbing the galvanized shot is definitely a big damage. Like the two galvanized mods, and getting a impact progenitor. Because if you have impact, that gives you access to hemorrhage, which, hang on, I'll bring it up on the mod screen. It's electricity. Okay, electricity is not bad. Let's see, hemorrhage. So hemorrhage is a mod that if you have impact, right? So the thing about the Kuva new core is that it hits a lot of things very, very quickly. And if you have impact as your progenitor, then you can also apply impact and slash to your targets. So that's something to consider. It's not something that you need to do, right? Oh, hi, Bobo. Are you doing okay? My dog just woke up from her nap. Alternatively, if there's anything, if there's something that you particularly want, yeah, the Kuvazar, I don't have a build for it because I haven't played around with the Kuvazar. I do have an acquaintance that is in love with the Kuvazar. They use it to murk everything. And last but not least, I'm a really bad melee player. So I use melee as like a tool more than anything. So you're using it for status application, Vicious Frost, Condition Overload. So one thing at the level of play that you are at, I think one of the biggest issues you run into, and you're welcome to correct me if I'm mistaken, one of the biggest issues you might be running into is the inability to heal. Like, once you lose HP, that's almost permanent loss, right? I think you sent me a friend request. I'll deal with that. Except Fran. There you go. Okay, so the Vulpaphyla, I mean, you can use the Vulpaphyla to heal you and keep you alive. So the main reason why I run around with a Vulpaphyla is because it's able to prevent a death every 30 seconds or so. Hang on, my dog's playing with something she shouldn't. Uh-oh. No. Don't make a mess. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, one of the best things about the Vulpaphyla are... And Idolus Rays. So you're probably using... Oh, so you're not using Martyr Symbiosis. So basically, let's see. It drains and stores HP from corpses within 25 meters, and when you fall below 10% HP, it just kills itself to heal you back and make you invulnerable. So that's a nice thing. And then if you have Hunter Recovery, the dot that it places, the little sarin spores, it will heal you over time as well. So, yeah. Based off of your build, I imagine that you are just getting into Steel Path and are probably struggling against maybe the Acolytes and some of the ranged damage dealers. Like the skill-based damage dealers. Like, I would imagine that Blitz Examai will randomly one-shot you, or Blast... It was a Blast? The Fire Eximus will, like, dot you to death. I imagine those are the two big killers of your runs. Yeah, and realistically, there isn't much that I can recommend for that other than working on your focus trees. Because Last Gasp will help you bring yourself back up, and Madurai will basically... Madurai or Unairu will invalidate like most enemies out there. So if you're having trouble surviving, I would recommend either of these two. Vazarin's also good. I've only just recently started using Vazarin, so I think it's pretty decent, just not amazing. Yeah. Any other questions? I'll just send you here. One more? Okay, go ahead. I believe there was a request for me to use the Fenmore against Boreal. Alright, let's take a look. So I'm not the best at, what was it called? Fashion frame? Hang on, it's taking a moment. Oh, that does look quite good. Kind of got it kind of has like an East Asian dragon aesthetic to it. Like a jade dragon of some kind. Is that what you were going for? Yeah, I'm a fan. As you can probably tell, I don't do fashion frame too much. I don't know what to tell you. I turned down a lot of user settings. Right? I turned a lot of it down. My FPS is actually at 30. So I don't know why my game would look better than anyone else in particular. Okay, so without a further ado, I'm going to hit up Boreal. So it's not going to be as fast as my Phalarx runs, but... Oh no. One thing I really don't like about Boreal is dealing with his minions. His minions are a little bit of a nightmare. I don't know what to tell you. I think some graphic settings are better lower than others. Like for instance, Bloom and all of that. Bloom, I feel, take away from the user experience to some degree. I'm just... But other than that, I have no idea what to tell you. I haven't used the Fenmore against this thing in a while. But it's a good Archon Melter. I don't need to kill all these things. Oh, it has the clip sound. I miss you, Fenmore. It's just that the Tord... Oh, that was fast.
L'Oreal is here. Strike fast, use cover, and do not let him heal.
What the heck? Let me do damage to you. Why won't you let me? Huh. I'm literally right beside you. Why can't... This is new. I can't hit him for some reason. Oh, well, I guess I'm getting a bugged Boreal fight. Okay. So, normally you're able just to dive into his little ball and do damage. Oh well. Still pretty fast, I imagine. Do 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 do. So, there we go. Now I know where to go.
Fazul's eyes. They will open his fate, even if their bearer is dead.
Okay. I forgot to change back to solo in case something comes up. I need to check on my dog after this, because she ran off somewhere. And I don't want her doing anything naughty. Or getting herself hurt. She's just like 4 months old. Oh my god, they make me go so far. There we go. But anywho, if you're still around, by all means, do subscribe. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and seldomly on the weekend at the moment. I might stream more on the weekend if my schedule opens up a bit more. It's just, life's kind of busy, you know? Thank you very much. Yeah, always trying to make some new content. It's been a little bit of a what was it called? How would you call it? a fiesta as of late. Because I recently got, like, my family recently picked up the puppy, so I've been spending a lot of time taking care of puppy. Okay, let's get that. And you got one more. There you go. So thank you for the sub. It's going to be a lot of help. Every little bit helps. So, yeah. One thing that might be a little bit easier is trying out the Steel Path circuit with Publix. Yeah, it's hard to set stream times, especially if you're like a student with inconsistent times. Like, no, it's just hard in general. Like, if you're working, you're probably tired, like I am, or if you are a student, your schedule changes every little bit, right? Yeah, a lot of stuff can happen, and a lot of it's luck, right? So there's a good chunk of it that's about persistence, about keeping at it, and a lot of it that's just, you know, you need to be consistent enough for you to find luck, and that's basically all there is to it. You find out what works and what doesn't. For instance, for a very short period of time, shorts were really, really good for me, right? I got like 6 or 7, am I inside yet? Why can't I hit you? Am I done? I've forgotten how to do this fight, I guess. Let me... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is it bugged? Because he should be vulnerable while I'm inside his thing. I guess I'm just waiting. So the new core isn't a very good crit weapon. So I would advise against it, personally. Ugh. Okay, now he's gonna scream again. So, dash. Yeah, I think he's broken. Because this is not supposed to be happening this way. So multi-shot and status chance are the two galvanized that you want. Galvanized crit is... I don't like it, personally. It's a personal choice, so like everyone, it's Warframe, play how you want. It's just, like, I don't like aiming at things' heads. I'm really bad at it. I don't know what's wrong with you. Hello, Eladun. Welcome back. I just bursted down Boreal. Boreal? I don't know what was happening. Like, you're supposed to jump in there and do damage to him to stop his little screaming fest, but I guess he was bugged, or I don't know what I'm doing. And I was just lucky for the past couple months. Alright, let's see what I got. So I hope you all best of luck with your Tau Shard hunts this week, if you're going for it. So, I mean, it's understandable. Archon hunts are difficult. And if you're a solo player, they also cause a lot of other problems, right? So like if you're playing solo, you're not allowed to die. So unless you have extra chances, I don't know. And then if you're playing with people, either you get someone like me who can, I'm going to toot my own horn, and I think I can practically one-shot these things. Practically. Or you get a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing and just constantly go down. It's honestly astonishing how many people don't know how to play like Exterminate or Interception or even a bloody boss fight. Okay, so I've done Call, I've done the Archon Hunt. So I can't like this. If this was anything other than assassination, I'd be super down for this. Whatever, I'll just do that. Yeah. If you could also buy mods if you are lacking plat. If I get enough viewers, I might start doing a raffle for things like Archon mods or things like that, because I do have a fairly sizable amount of resources, and I think it could be fun. So like, yeah, for the most part, like if you see me online enjoying the stream, like hop in and hang out. I'm more than willing to help out with like discussion and other things with that regard. Yeah, we got a couple new peps. I'm just gonna quickly knock out my sortie. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed the new ambulance fight. It's so bad. Like I think it's one of the worst boss fights in all of Warframe. Like, oh, we don't know why people don't like some of our boss fights. Maybe because they're really bad. Like, how are they bad, you want to know? Sure, I can tell you. Why do I have to wait around for 5 minutes between each phase of this boss fight? And why do I have to do the exact same phase 5 times? Do that. Do that. Do that. Okay, let's see. Alright, it doesn't tell me which one, which is unfortunate. Got 30 seconds before the guy dies. Is this it? Nope. It's always the last one. Yeah, Wukong's actually a lot of fun to play, especially if you like having like an addition, like basically a tank run around with you. Yeah, he's a very flexible frame. He's very difficult to kill as well. I only use him as a spy bot because I'm not a particular fan of how to play, how he plays. But he's a very, very dynamic Warframe. So, yes, he's one of the best frames in the game. Basically, he can't go down 4 times. He has a health regen. He has a invulnerability button that gives him armor and makes him less susceptible to damage. He has a tank, and his ult is a little bit of a throwaway sometimes. But, you know, if you build it, that means, you know, I should actually build it so that I can bring him into Oh, oopsie. Steel Path, whatchamacallit? Steel Path, circuit. Come on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Wukong is a very easy Warframe to get your hands on too. As long as you're part of a clan, you can get the base Wukong no problem. Speaking of which, I've been looking for a new clan. I haven't found anything that really catches my eye just yet. I'm looking for a decent like spread of newer players and like active community. Also, like, because I intend to be an active member of that group. So, and pop. All very solid Warframes. Garuda is a, like, I don't know, if you like her playstyle, she has a lot of very interesting things she can do. She's she's pretty unkillable if you know what you're doing. So, yeah, like, Varuna, all very, very good Warframes you're listing. Like, if you were, you know what, like, there's, I don't think there are any truly terrible no, Eonoros is pretty terrible, but outside of Eonoros, I don't think there are truly any terrible Warframes. I feel that some just are outshined by others. For instance, I don't think anyone ever remembers Caliban. Caliban, Sevagoth, and like, I think Limbo are some of the most forgotten Warframes. So apparently Hydroid, like, so I'm just take this with a grain of salt. So during the last dev stream when Pedro was asked about reworks, he said that they weren't looking to rework anything until TennoCon is done, and some other big things. But he did explicitly point out that Hydroid is something that a lot of fans want and may be looked at fairly soon. That's just like asterisks will be looked at. Okay, so I guess let's play one of the worst, literally one of the worst fights in the game. For no other reason than it is boring. Let's swap back to the Nance script.
This is the future. Power, precision.
Yeah, if you want to hop in with me, just shoot me a request, and actually I can send you an invite. Just send me your in-game name if you'd like. If you're at this part of the sortie, that is. I don't mind, like, I also, hang on, let me just grab my Discord link. How about that? And you are, like, my Discord's fairly new. I'm not very, oopsie. I'm not very good at building Discord community stuff. I'm trying. Let me just get a new link because apparently I'm not, my permalink is not a permalink at the moment. Let me just make sure I don't die. Actually, that's fine. So let's see. There you go. There's the Discord link. Or it should be. The Duviri mission. Yeah, Duviri, I think Duviri is like a much better starting point for a lot of people. No. So that's my Discord. You might need to finagle it a little bit. I try to make sure that everyone can see the welcome page, but I'm not good at all of that stuff. So otherwise, here's my in-game name. You can request an invite there. He just joined. Alrighty. Yeah. So let me just quickly hop over there. Oh, a friend sent me something. Huh, lots of things to keep track of. Okay. Just shoot me your in-game name, and I will invite. Okay. Alrighty. I mean, I'm Revenant, so I should be able to tank most things. Okay. It's the same as your YouTube. So I'll send you the invite. Not sure if you want to join Ninja. You are welcome to as well. Varun. So one thing that's really curious is I think in January, like the first Warframe of next year, that's going to be a prime, is supposedly Zaku. Okay, so once you load in, I will move on. By the way, I apparently I started a trade dispute in Warframe Market the other day, or yesterday. Wait, I don't need to do that. All right, I'm gonna move on. So it looks like you've loaded in. Oh man, I don't like Fraudbeck at all.
You could have had everything, and now you seek to ruin your mentor's hard work.
Don't worry about damage. Like damage, if you're with me, don't worry about whether or not you do enough damage. Just I'm here just to enjoy the ride. So just hit the button. I'll hit the other side with the friendship door. Literally the worst enemies in the game. There we go. All charged up. Yeah, so generally, if people have things that need be doing or they need help with, I am totally down. Or if they just want to hang out. Like, when I'm not playing or when I'm not streaming, I don't check the Discord too often, like to see if anyone's just sitting in the voice call. But if anyone does want to hang, at least while I'm still small, feel free just to shoot a message in general, and I'll take a look-see.
On the contrary, I envision this whole venture will come crashing down around you.
Okay, you want to know a stupid thing about like this area here? I think the enemies in the next room are like level 5.
These Tenno to their deaths.
So these guys here, they're level 20. Yeah, don't worry too much about the damage. Just enjoy your time. Oh look, the ambulance. Oh look, the ambulance. And then, oh boy, now we have to wait for 1.5 minutes. This is so much fun. You know, I'm gonna charge up my Vasto while this is happening. Where are you? All of you. That's 1 charge. 2, 3. There we go. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, Zaku Prime. Zaku Prime is he's probably gonna be way easier for new players to get than normal Zaku. I think it's a little ridiculous that Zaku is locked behind the Deimos and Orville's grind.
Ensuring prompt delivery in mission-critical roles.
Yeah, I'm looking really forward to seeing how they handle it, because Zaku canonically should not have a prime. Or like Zaku's skeleton might have a prime. Zaku themselves should not. So it's really weird. One thing I am, yeah, so I'm looking, so I have a feeling that the next few Warframes are going to be kind of themed around, like, all of that was a coup and whatnot. Oh, look, that was a fun boss fight. I'm glad everyone enjoyed that. Oh look, that was so interactive. I can't believe this was such a genius bit of game design. Oh no. A new ambulance has spawned. What shall I do?
To your investment, I can keep throwing ambulance at the Tenno all day.
Yeah, so if you do, if you're wondering like what incarnates to get from, what was it called? Duviri? I would recommend either the Torrid, which is available this week, or the Vasto, which is, oopsie, I accidentally wasted a shot. Which is a pistol, I think, available next week? It's either next week or the week before. I think it's last week. Next week. Last week. Next week? I'm not sure. Could be wrong. Or was it this week? Either way. I don't remember. Oh no. A chip cannon? Whatever shall I do? Oh yeah, there was something I want to build around. Oh. Stupid thing. I take my eyes off of you for 1 second. Okay. Who wants to feed my new Incarnon? Or not new Incarnon, but like the next Incarnon form. Oh, is that its head? That little... I've never noticed. That's cute. That's very cute. So the Vasto Prime is kind of... Oh, Vasto Incarnate is kind of like... Have you ever seen like that scene in Indiana Jones where there's a dude whipping around a bunch of scimitars and Indiana Jones just whips out his pistol and shoots him? Yeah, that's generally how it feels. What do you mean the... Okay, we need to kill these things. I gotcha. Hang on, let's take care of these first. Excuse me? Okay. That's a little annoying. We just gotta keep the black, those things. Yeah, we just gotta keep those away. Wonderful. I'm gonna stop complaining about it. Like I'm here. I'm having a good time just hanging out. I'm just like, it baffles me that they decide to keep this boss design. Like, it feels like it's such a simple change to fix. Headshot, body shot. Oh, that wasn't a headshot. And then we still have to do this one more time. Do, do, do. Oh look, someone with a big head. Oh. Why are so many of you? You got the hack? You got the hack. Okay. Yeah, so if you have anything that you need any help working on, just let me know. I think I got another half hour of stream left in me. So lots of things I can help with. It's honestly weapon choice for the most part. If you want to be tankier, there's a couple playstyle things. If you want to do more damage, it's honestly just like a lot of it is you gotta just choose a weapon. The extraction is out of here. For instance, if you've done Angels of Zariman, then the incarnate weapons are like in a league of their own. If you can do Steel Path to get the incarnate adapters, some of them, like the weapon that I'm using right now, absolutely ruinous. It just destroys people. I think Ninja tried out the Fenmore the other day, or now is consistently using the Fenmore every day. I mean, yeah, the Nataruk is a very strong weapon. It only realistically has issues dealing with large quantities of enemies, but it can one-shot just about anything in the star chart. And a lot of Steel Path. But it's mostly about, like, how do you want to play? Like, what kind of powerful do you want to be, you know? Because, like, the way that I play is I see things more like tools to be used. Yeah. So, is there anything that you would like a hand with, or like that you want to do or try that you normally have difficulties with? Because I don't mind taking you on those journeys either. For instance, I can take you on... No, we can't go do Alons at the moment. I cannot do it in 9 minutes. Unfortunately. Yeah, so if you... Otherwise... Yeah, a lot of the time people ask for help with, say, Fortuna. Fortuna's... everything is kind of annoying. Like, I think it's easily the worst farm in the game. But, yeah. If you need any help with something... So... Are you done with the story? Are you caught up with the story? That's a major thing. If you aren't caught up with the story, then I can help you get at least moving on, because I have some friends that have played the game for like 300 hours and have not completed every junction, right? So doing the junctions are going to be important. So do the junctions. You can do let's see, if you go here, you can check out what quests you have and have not done. And yeah, you probably want to complete the main storyline, so like this stuff. So the Glass Gambit, that was the quest that unlocks Nidus. I'm pretty sure that unlocks Nidus as a result. Yeah, so my suggestion to you is just work through the story, and you will slowly get more resources and other things available to you. And like for instance, after a certain point, I think after Second Dream, I'm not 100%. I think it's after Second Dream or War Within. It might be War Within. After War Within, you get access to Kuva Liches. So, what's after Duviri is the entire game. Duviri is a new starting point for Warframe. So, when you create a new character, you can either start a new Duviri or start with Vor's Prize. So, that is like Awakening or Vor's Prize. Those are the two. So I would suggest Arcwing or Stolen Dreams if you haven't done those already, and then moving on to Nata and Second Dream. Like this, wait, you've been using your character, so you've already been past all that. Have you done War Within? Or the Sacrifice? Is it? You did Angels of Zarman. If you've done Angels of Zarman, then you're caught up quest-wise, because you have to have done New War. In that case, you want to do something power-wise. So, I'll tell you what, I'll help you out with the next stages of Glass Gambit if I can help you with them. If it's index, then that's fine too. Let's see, Glass Gambit. Because I think that's a side objective, right? Yes. Lag. Yeah, you do get Nidus from it, though. So I think what you want to do is figure out what gameplay style works best for you. Like, just play around, collecting the Warframes and figuring out what you want to do. For instance, you've done Call of the Tempestari. Have you fought... Because I'm pretty sure you have to have done Call of the Tempestari to get into New War. So you can get a Sisters of Parvos. So I think you do Index in Glass Gambit. The reward is the Nidus Blueprint. It's really weird. So, have you done a Kuva Lich? I think he has done the star chart because he was able to join a sortie mission. I don't think you can do sortie without completing the star chart, right? I could be wrong. No, hasn't completed the star chart. Okay, so clearing the star chart might be a little boring to start off with. Do you know how to hunt a Lich or a Sister? I think you should be able to hunt a Lich. So, okay. Do you prefer Grenier weapons or Corpus weapons? That's the main question, I guess. Because you can get a big old gun like this they're fairly strong. Almost all of the Tenet weapons are fairly strong. The Kuva weapons are a little bit hit or miss. I personally prefer hunting sisters because they take less time. You have to do the same number of missions, but it takes less time because you only have to stab 3 things a mission, whereas a lich you have to stab like 18 things a mission. Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'll help you get started on a lich. So, bring your favorite Warframe. We'll have it give birth to a lich. So let's see. Where's my ember? Here it is. The Brahma was it's still very, very strong. The issue is that it's really hard to keep ammo up for it. So we'll do this. So the trick for liches is you have to do any Grenier mission. After about the 2-minute mark, you will see black flickering and no message. That's your cue to kill as many things as possible. And after you've killed as many things as and then after you've killed that many things, the a larva will spawn. The player who kills the larva can see if the larva has a weapon that you like. If it does have a weapon you like, then you can kill it, and you've created a lich.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy
Oh,
operations.
my energy. I'm so sad, my energy. You know what? Do-do-do-do. So, basically, my suggestion is to keep as many things alive as possible until you've completed the capture. And then, in a couple of seconds, we'll see a black flicker.
Active back at base. Your part is done here for now.
There we go, black flicker. Now we just killed everything. So we have actually a lot of time to do this, so you don't have to worry too much. Okay, there's a larva. Now, rush over to that thing and kill it. And if it has a weapon that you think would be fun, go ahead and finish it off. So you killed it. So you have, congratulations, you have spawned a Kuva Lich. So since you are Varuna, I think Varuna's magnetic, right? Anyways, depending on the Warframe you use to kill your Lich, or kill the, or spawn your larva, it will give your Kuva weapon a different element. These elements are impact, fire, or cold, like all of the base 4 elements, magnetic, and radiation. Okay. So Varuna's either magnetic or radiation. I don't remember. I think Ninja's confirming that it is magnetic. Yeah. So now you should have a Lich. So your screen will turn red. Go ahead and enjoy that for a moment. So we're gonna do that mission again. So I can't know. I'll guide you through what you need to do. I don't have a Lich or Sister right now, but so in order to deal with your Lich, yeah, there's no turning back. Now you got a Lich, so and now you have to learn how to deal with it. And so we'll do a mission. So now if you scroll out and you look at Earth, it should be covered in red, right? If you click on the red missions, so I don't have anything on my screen right now. If you click on the red missions, then there should be a new version of that mission available. Go ahead and click on any of them. As long as it's not an annoying game mode, then it should be fine. So you have to be the one to start them. So take your time. Tell me, what weapon does your Lich have? Yeah, go ahead, do a capture. Go ahead. You'll have some fancy ass name. Well, that just means you shouldn't be stabbing your Lich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through each of the steps, and then I'll probably end the stream there. Like, if you're still doing it, then I will get myself a Lich, and then I can walk you, like, I can play through that with you the next time I stream. So during these Kuva variant missions, a new enemy type will spawn. Yeah, this is level 80 something. So they should be glowing blue. So we want to kill as many of these things as possible. Over here. Yeah, you want to kill as many of these as possible. You stole my weapon. You thought that was a good idea. Okay. So what that'll do is that will teach you, like, when you basically are filling up a bar. And after you filled up the bar, it will teach you a rune. That rune is required to kill your Lich.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
So I think like up to 10 of them can spawn in a mission. So you want to chase these down where you can. Wow, what a twat. Just teleported himself. So eventually, once you learn about a Lich's vulnerabilities, you'll be able to equip Requiem mods to your Parazon. Once you do that, so it's a little hard to explain without actually having a Lich myself, but I'll do my best to explain it once we're out of here. So yeah, just keep murking these things. So sometimes they'll drop what is known as a Requiem relic. and those will be good for getting the runes that you need for Requiem mods. You need to kill the liches. So after you piss off your lich enough, eventually they'll show up. When they show up, you knock down their health bar and then you try to stab them with your Parazon, if you have a rune. And if the rune is in the right place, yeah, the liches will steal some loot. You will get it back once you kill the lich, so it's not a permanent loss. Okay, so I'll show you my Parazon. Yeah, so your goal right now is to hunt down your lich. So you want to kill it as fast as possible before it escapes to the next map. So, okay, I will do my best to explain. So now that you have a lich, there are a finite number of nodes on a planet that are covered in your lich's red influence. When you're doing them, you stab those dudes that we just did. Okay? Every time you do that, you learn a little bit about your lich and what they don't want to get stabbed by. So if you go to your Parazon, if you're watching the stream, you have things called Requiem mods that you probably don't have yet. I'll show you how to get them in a moment. You can get Requiem relics from hunting the dudes, those blue dudes. But anyways, you get these. Your lich is afraid of 3 of them. And you have to stab the lich with the right order of them. So for instance, if your lich was afraid of Kra, Faz, Jahu, so this is the most complicated thing in the game, I think. If your lich is afraid of these things, you have to figure out what order they're in and stab your lich with them. You have to stab your lich 3 times in a row in the same mission. If you get any of them wrong, your lich will run away to the next planet, all the way until you hit Saturn. When you stab the blue guys, they'll give you a Requiem relic, which will be these. And they have an uncommon chance of giving you a Requiem mod. I would recommend doing these in public if possible. And yeah, once you're done killing, once you've gotten all 3 of your relics correct, Requiems correct, and you stab your lich 3 times, they will run away to space. And that's when you go to Railjack, and you go to Saturn Proxima, and there should be a node right here where you can do your final confrontation, where you can kill them, get back everything they've stolen, and get their weapon and or ephemera, or add them to your crew. I know that was a lot to take in. If you have any questions, by all means.
I'm alive! Alive! Oh, Tenno! You have no idea what you have brought down upon your head.
I know it's going to be a lot, though, to take in. Like, these things... the liches and sisters are a very complicated part of the game, but they're a very good way of getting some very powerful weapons. It might be better if you also looked up an appropriate guide instead of me just spewing out facts at you in like rapid succession. But yeah. Unfortunately, since you're on console, I can't give you any relics to start out with. So, yeah. If you have any questions that I can handle right now, I'll help. But I'll probably be hopping off of stream in about 6-ish minutes. I don't want... Actually, you know what? I'm going to be right back. I will still end stream at the same time. You can also leave questions in the Discord. So, I'm just going to be right back. I need to check on my dog in case, you know, puppy things. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So, I'm like, the community is slowly growing. I'll help you. I'm sure Ninja will help you. And, yeah. But I think that should do it for today's stream. And yeah, thank you for joining me today. Slowly but surely, our little stream family's growing. So, that's always nice. I think I'll tackle some of the circuit later. Let's see. I'm going to just quickly check on my circuit. So, if you are able to do Steel Path content, then this is the stuff you want to do. If you have Warframes that you want, but are really annoying to get, for instance, Korra is available right now. Korra is a pain in the butt to get. If you do not have Korra, I recommend you do her circuit this week. Because it is like you need to get her part, two of her parts from doing 8 rounds of Samaris Onslaught or Sanctuary Onslaught, and that's really annoying. Yeah, so it's her blueprint and I think her neuroptics. So if you do not have Korra, do the circuit this week. If you do, your choices, I think, are Gara and Revenant, which are also very annoying to get. If you need genetic codes, I can help you with that too. But anyways, for the most part, if you don't have Korra, do the circuit. Like, it will save you so much heartache. Auto fire mode and ricochets and apparently the dual toxicists are really good. I don't know how the Atomos is. Atomos is like a lobbed grenade. Power ramp, Reaper. I think this will be really dumb with the new Warframe Calarvo. So, yeah. So let's see. I think this would be up your alley, Ninja, because you like swinging big weapon around, right? Because this gives you 300% extra crit damage. That's really hard to get. But it only works on heavy blades. That's the key. It only works on heavy blades. So I want to test this out. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It looks interesting. I'm gonna go to the Dorma Zone real quick, and then I'll end stream. I also need to clean up after my pupper. She made a little bit of a mess. Oh, wait. Oh, that's cute. What's this? Why is it shiny? So,
Will you stop? I won't ask where you've been lately.
oh yeah, this changed this week. So I'll pick up this. It's always nice to have Forma. Exhilarate. On impact status. That's okay.
And just like that, you're gone.
Okay. Impact status. You know, I'll show you what my like weekly rotation of things are too. So if I'll go to the circuit real quick, just to pick up my plants. Hopefully that's just something I can do. Oh, my throat is sore. I still need to record some auditions today, too. So, that's gonna be fun. So you can go and pick up some plants. Die. Can I leave? So let's go to the orbiter. I would say you need like an okay one. You don't need like a fantastic one. Like you need to just be, if you can do things on Saturn, it should be fine. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's see, what else do I do? All right, I need to check in with tension.
We were led astray.
I personally enjoy Railjack a lot. It's just that it's really time consuming. It's also a really good way of making endo and credits. Like you get a lot of credits from doing Railjack. So Steel Path Honors, always pick up one of these. I don't really need Kuva right now. And one last thing. So, not everyone knows about, like, oh, you can get free things here and there. Yeah, you can. Here's one place that you can get free things that most people don't know about. It's a place called the Iron Wake on Earth. And you know those, like, Eximus shards you get? So, I wish there was a few more places like this because they're just really cool. But all the way in the back, you can buy ribbon mods using ribbon shards. So that's a Zaw ribbon. I'm a little disappointed. I got 2 Zaw ribbons. Okay, so anyways, I think I'm gonna call it there. I need to save a little bit of my voice for some auditions later today, so hopefully those go well. Yeah, but if you ever are in need of any help or someone to hang out with, shoot some messages over on the Discord. I'll do what I can. I can't guarantee that I'll always be on. Oopsie. I can't guarantee that I'll always be on, but yeah, I'll do what I can. So I will thank you for joining the stream, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining me. It means a lot. All right. Ta-ta for now.